Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are back in Butschern. Once again, doing our farming thing, so to speak. Doing some windrowing, actually. I did finish windrowing the other field across the way. I thought I would get that out of the way. You guys probably don't need to see 2 episodes of windrowing. I am sure you've had your fair share of both doing it and watching it. Hope everybody's having a really good Wednesday, though. Midweek, doing our thing. Week's kind of flying by a little bit. I guess that's all right. Not sure why I'm windrowing the outside of the field there, but my aim isn't always the best. I will concede that. It seems like whenever I try to cut it tight on the windrow, I miss some. So I either overlap too much or not enough. I don't know. Yeah, like there, you know. I'm just not a pro with this stuff. And this isn't a game, you know. Respect to farmers who have to do it this way. You know. A lot of respect to them. I guess if maybe you can consistently kind of aim, like I guess if I tried to center the tractor right in the middle between that center kind of a windrow thing, and I just kind of aimed it there. Should we try that and just see how that goes? If I can even do that. Corners are going to be a little more interesting, but I would like to be better at in-cab stuff. Do you all use in-cab more than outside cab? I feel like outside cab is more popular in general. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of the feeling I get. But then I get the feeling that for people who watch Farming Simulator, that inside cab might be more popular. I don't know. I like both. I think I like to kind of have it a little bit of both. I like to have the inside cab experience. You know, because then you get that more immersive feeling, right? Because this is where the farmer would be. And then the outside cab experience, because I want to see the machinery working outside the cab. I want to see the gameplay more outside the cab, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how it feels. But we're going to try. I don't know if centering in this middle row is the best idea, though. Here's the problem with I think with my plan of trying to aim at a certain thing. My mowing would have to be more accurate than 2, right? Because if I mowed crooked or double mowed or did something silly with mowing, then the lineup wouldn't work. Maybe it'd be better to aim more towards looking at my front wheel well and lining the edge of my front wheel well up with the edge of the grass. And I know that the windrower, see, I think I'm overlapping quite a bit when I do that. I am overlapping for sure. So I'm not really getting optimal. Corners are the worst, as you can see. I haven't figured those out yet. I've only played for 10 years, so you'd think I'd have a little bit better grip on that stuff. But it's weird, though, because I think for the first... Well, for 2013, I don't think I played in-cab at all. I think I pretty much... In fact, if I did, it was extremely little. But it seems as Farming Simulator has progressed, graphics and stuff, I have changed my play style a little bit maybe as well. Maybe I need to watch farmers, like real life stuff, more, and see how they do it, see how they progress, see how they do their fields, and plan their fields out for the windrowing, and try to mimic farmers that do it. I see them. I know they do headlands, but I would be kind of curious to see how they work, because you know they're going to have it down. They're going to have it down to to a science, because they want it to be as what word am I looking for? Lean. Oh man, lean. Don't get me started on lean. Are any of you familiar with lean in the corporate world? Yeah. Hey, if you're into lean and if you're a lean person, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make fun of your occupation or your, I guess, your role in a corporate environment. But maybe this is the cynical. In fact, I can almost guarantee it is the cynical part of me. But in the years that I have spent in the corporate environment, it seems like there's always a new thing. Always a new catchphrase. Always a new strategy. A new, quote, improvement, quote. You know? And I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody who's one of those people, but that's how it seems to me. And you might say, well, okay, well, that's fine, you know. So you've got, you know, you've got a new corporate lingo thing going on. I'm going to hit that tree. I'm going to hit that tree. Why do I hit that tree? You know what? I'm just going to make this easy on myself and do that. And maybe if it does some good, you know, awesome. But most of the time they seem to come and go, you know. I worked for this dude that, oh, he was into it. He was into the corporate speak, and, you know, you couldn't say Word document. He had to say doco. And you just wanted to look at him and say, it's a document. You don't have to say doco. Maybe you've all known people like this. There was another one he did. We had team meetings weekly, and they used to be scheduled as a team meeting because that's what they were, right? They were team meetings. I guess team meeting didn't cut it, so he had to rename it to Tiger Team. What's a Tiger Team? What does that even mean? I think I asked him one time what it meant. Like, what does it mean? Because I figure if you're gonna call something, you know, you should know what it means. And I think his answer was that he had, and it didn't surprise me. It was an expression he had picked up at a workshop he went to. That just basically means, and instead of just meeting as a team, you are... I don't even know if I can remember how he put it. You are gathering a group together. I don't even know. I don't know. They were the same meeting, regardless. So we still talked about the same things, and we still met the same way, and nothing changed at all, but the name. And we were all tigers, I guess, at that point. And in fact, I remember one guy in the group used to come in there and growl at the beginning of it. I think our boss got the idea that we weren't really buying into this new excitement called Tiger Team. And I just realized something. I think I'm going the short way. Let's try going... I feel like I'm not optimizing our windrowing here. Let's try cutting another one this way. Maybe I'd be better off just going around and around and around and around instead of doing the back and forth. Maybe that's a better game plan, is just to do the loops. Maybe that's a better idea on a field like this. I don't know. So as we progress on Butschern, I've been giving it more and more thought, and I do think it's going to be time to move on shortly. And I think for a couple reasons. One, I think I talked about before. I do kind of want to get onto a bigger map. I want to get onto something that maybe gives us a little bit more variety. Plus, what I'm finding, and you guys might, if you watch both this and Kubota Farm, I'm finding repeats activities going on. We're on similar times of the year, and we're kind of doing a repeat. It seems like I'm going to Butschern and I'm doing grass work, and then it's lining up with Kubota Farm grass work. And I think I need to break out of this. I think we need to break out of this rhythm of both maps kind of doing the same thing in two different locations. I need a little bit more variety in my gameplay, and I think you all would appreciate a little more variety in viewing. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So the plan is to, I don't know, what day it'll be or whatever. Try to start it on a Monday, a new map. But basically, we're gonna carry through Butschern. This harvest season, probably through August, September, kind of a deal. And get our harvest done on our fields, knock those out, and call it good. Sell everything, and hand it over, and move on to a new map. What map? I'm not entirely sure yet. If you have any suggestions, I'd be glad to take them. I am I have interest. Oh, I didn't really want to do that. That's all right. I'll pick up that extra stuff. I have some interest in a couple other maps that have come out. I'm not sure if other people are playing them on YouTube or not. I guess I don't really worry too much about that as much as just having something I know that, you know, I'll enjoy it, because if I'm enjoying it, I think you all will enjoy it a little bit more as well. I regret not making more of an effort to set up this field with a courseplay course. In fact, I should have done that. I know I tried setting it up originally with courseplay, but our bale barn over there, I think, kind of ruined it for courseplay. So I think what I'll do, or what I should have done, was created a custom course, and I think we would have gotten away with that a little bit better, to have a custom course set up. But that's okay. We're probably not going to be doing much more grass work here on Butschern to really worry about it. Oh, I didn't like that at all. That was ugly. I could probably clean that up a little bit. Getting some high peaks here and there, though, aren't we? I know I was talking about certain mods that I kind of like and look forward to seeing. I'm not sure the modder's name, but a mod was released. Was it Monday? I think it was Monday. And all it does, it's really simple. All it does is make round bales look a little more natural. Gives them rounded edges and not such square edges. And at first I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. You know. But then I decided to grab it. It's a super small mod. It's only, you know, a few hundred kilobytes or whatnot, and I downloaded it and I tossed it in a test game I have. And I'll tell you, it's little stuff like that that makes kind of a big difference. I was actually kind of surprised, because when you look at wrapped bales in Farming Simulator, you have to admit they do kind of look a little more marshmallowy. They kind of look like big marshmallows. And if you look at bales in real life, wrapped bales in particular, they are a little more, you know, they don't have those hard edges to them. They're generally kind of rounded edges, a little uneven, you know, natural, kind of not perfect. And this mod gives that impression, and I really like mods like that can do simple things, little graphic changes like that just kind of give things a little bit more of a natural look, you know? And I hope that Giants pays attention to stuff like that, and because one thing that always bugged me, it's gotten better at in later versions of the game with better graphics and stuff, but that's one thing that always kind of bothered me about the game was how uniform everything was. You know, like and I know, like, if you look at fields, like just how perfectly uniform things were. If you looked at the edges of the roads and um, stuff like that, you know, like cement foundations and things, they just look too perfect, too squared off, you know. And I see modders on some of their maps just really doing a nice job with making things look not so perfect, but perfect in the real world kind of thing. I'm trying to think of maybe a good example. Like I'm thinking maybe Elk Mountain Ranch. Is it Elk Mountain, Wyoming map? If you look at that, it seems like he did a nice job of just creating a little bit more natural looking road surface. And that stuff adds up. It adds up to just overall making things look better. Well, somehow or other, we knocked this thing out, and that also means another episode of Butschern is done and dusted, as they say in the UK. We've got a couple fields windrowed. Somewhat decently, maybe somewhat erratic in places, but overall not too bad. If we jog over here, we got this field all taken care of as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of baling ahead of us, which is fine, and that'll get us actually, I don't think we're gonna bale, are we? I think we're gonna forage wagon all of this and get it scooped up and brought over to our bunkers and let it ferment there. Make some extra cash on some silage. But thanks everyone once again for joining me here on Butschern. I really, really do appreciate it. These are some tall windrows, it seems like. I think we're going to get a pretty good yield out of this. Actually, sorry, not to prolong this, but I think the last time we did this, our pH and nitrogen levels weren't as good as they are this time. So our yield might be pretty good this time. Better than it was last time. I'll be curious to see how that goes. All right. Well, anyways, hey everyone, thanks for watching once again. I really do appreciate you tuning in. Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're back on Kubota Farm, so please join me there. Otherwise, you all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you again real soon. Bye for now.